Days after Attorney General Anand Ramlogan sent the file to the DPP and the Police Commissioner for investigations, comes word that the Securities Exchange Commission must conduct its own investigation. Former Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Mariano Brown, who made the comment, also feels the Board of First Citizens met its fiduciary duty as the initial public offering saga continues. Liron Brummel has more.
The public debate continues over whether or not the Board of Directors of First Citizens Bank should be held accountable for the initial public offering issue involving former Chief Risk Officer Philip Rahaman. One person is throwing his weight behind them. He's former Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Mariano Brown. He believes the board, which is non-executive, met its fiduciary duty. Wikipedia defines fiduciary as a legal or ethical relationship of trust between two or more parties.
And we're mixing up apples and oranges here. These are non-executive directors. Non-executive directors have a responsibility, a general responsibility, which we can be considered NIFO. Nose in, fingers out, right?
No actual involvement.
No actual involvement. You don't have your hands in the process.
Last week, Attorney General Anand Ramlogan announced that the matter had been referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions, the acting police commissioner, for further investigations. Mr. Brown says this could be a witch hunt.
It's a reverse engineering. And this is not law and order. It doesn't take place, see the crime, and therefore by in 1 hour later you find out the result. Unfortunately, this thing takes time.
He, however, believes that the Securities Exchange Commission needs to complete its own investigation.
The SEC must do the investigation. Even if there's a forensic report which has been commissioned by the minister, which is fine, right? Then by definition, but the SEC must be allowed to take the opportunity to do its report and to make certain that the requirements of the act that has been upheld. Where there are loopholes, where there are gray areas, where people have fallen through the track, those loopholes must be closed. Right? But we need to have them doing the investigation.
And Mr. Brown says he's sympathetic to the situation of Chairman Nairi Alfonso, who came in for flack last week from the AG. Mr. Ramlogan said her comments were unfortunate, though he maintains that the board played no role in the Rahaman matter.
And once you are a public official, you are in trouble once the press moves at you in a particular direction, and I think she's been caught. So I have sympathy for that particular position. When I examine all the facts, I think the board has done exactly what it is supposed to do. Right? When they see that something is going wrong, noises are being made, well, let's look at this thing. What has happened? And the answer is there's nothing wrong with the IPA process per se. They may have made a mistake in terms of how many shares they allocated to the employees. They may have made a mistake in so far they had no cap in terms of what any employee has to do. But outside of that, nothing else that takes place is within their control. Yeah. And when they find out what is wrong, they act. And you have to give them points for acting. And
it was Mr. Brown who had suggested that Chairman of the Stock Exchange, Subhashram Kalawan, step down to protect the integrity of the institution. Liron Brummel,